So, looking at this Vril stuff, getting back to that, going back to the Holy Grail, the Templars having to run and hide. What they do, they hid the Holy Grail in the caves. This is a Pink Floyd. When you think of eugenics is what? It's people equate it with Planned Parenthood or eugenics as far as creating a specific type of man. It gets associated with Nazism. I think it's deeper than that, even. The Nazis just get the credit because they were the ones doing it in World War II. But I think if we take the words and we move them around, we can maybe get a better glimpse into this story. First of all, you see this is a repeating picture. See the reflection, 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 reflection. It's a repeating picture. It's a repeating cycle. Okay, we got that in there. The GG bit. That's I can get into that later. Let's look at this guy here. Split fingers. See the split fingers? So we've seen that enough times. When we talk about eugenics, let's just take this and rearrange this. So careful. Now this is where the Holy Grail comes in. The Holy Grail it's what I'm about to tell you. Let's just change this. When we talk about the story of the Templars having to run looking for the Holy Grail, and remember they hid it in the caves because the Catholics were trying to get them before they got caught. Remember the story I posted for you guys? They said they hid the Holy Grail in a cave. It's the woman's womb. This is this. Careful with that X, U gene, as in genetics. The Holy Grail is the seed from that group that was prior to this place. And so what's being said here? It's if you listen to the song, if you listen to the song, it's about a guy that goes nutty and starts killing everybody with an axe. That's the story behind it. Well, what is that? That's insanity. Well, the X would be the Saturnian. The U gene, the U, remember the fallen? Careful with that XU gene. The splicing, the biblical story of splicing humans and the fallen angels. That's where you get the story of the Nephilim. They weren't giants as far as size-wise. They were more intelligent. And with intelligence comes insanity. That's why it's always the mad scientist. It's careful with that X, U gene. I went and looked to try to find a U gene, even just the letter U. There is a U in the RNA, which has to deal with protein development. This is tied in to the Nazis, the Vril Society, eugenics. Eugene. Do you understand the fact that they got this dude out here splitting the fingers? I'm pretty sure that's, when you're talking to pillars, I mean, that thing works on many levels. That could very well be DNA strand. I'm sure that what is being said here, and it goes right along with the biblical story, the story of the Masons searching for the Holy Grail, biblical story of the fallen angels trying to mesh with humans, and it doesn't work. It doesn't take. The biblical where God says, I will put enmity between her seed and your seed. Yeah, let me show you, because I know you guys don't know your biblical. So if we look, it says, I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. So it's between man and her. It's the splicing of the two, but it doesn't work. That's why they're saying careful with that XU gene. The U, who is the U? Well, it's the fallen, remember? Right? It's the androgynous. But it doesn't work. That's why it's eugenics. Even this, even if, let's just break this down. Let's break this down here. And what if we put that? Now you've got gene ISIS, the gene of ISIS. It's DNA. It's the beginning, right? Beginning of the Bible, Genesis, is gene ISIS. This song, that's what it's about. It's the story of the Templars. It's a story about the fall of the Garden of Eden. It's the story about them siding with Cain, who killed his brother. It's all of these different stories, all the way to modern day. It's the Vril. It's all of this stuff. It's modern day Eugene, eugenics, eugenics. Spelled like this. Let me show you one other bit. I was not even aware of this, and can I tie this directly to it? No, but I thought I'd throw it in because while I was looking, I ran across it. Saddam's last poem mentions the planet Saturn. Launched a sword for her, no fear nor an apprehension. Launched a sword for her, and let Saturn be her witness. The connection could be, I will put enmity between you and the woman. So I can't say for positive on this, but the other one, the song is about a dude that goes nutty with an axe. It goes crazy. It's insanity. It's the genetic craziness. It's the story in the Bible. It's the Masons and the Holy Grail. It's the Nazis and the Vril. It's modern day eugenics. The Eugene. And I believe, if I'm right, if we take two of these fucking things, like this, and then we just go like this, and you put those two together, what do you get? You get the seal. And the X is associated with the woman.